When we slip or fall, our bodies self-heal. But what if I told you that concrete can self-heal too? One of the key components of infrastructure is concrete. From roads and bridges to buildings and barriers, concrete holds them all together. But there's a problem with concrete, and it's best illustrated with potholes. Have you ever been in a car and suddenly your tire falls into a big hole or crack and you're jerked in your seat? Well, then you've encountered a pothole or something on the way to becoming one. But how do potholes actually form? As cars drive over the road, cracks in the concrete form. Then, when it rains, water seeps into the cracks. If the water freezes, it expands, thus widening the cracks. This process continues until large cracks and even holes form as cars continue to drive over them. So, what's the problem with concrete, you might ask? Well, it's cracking. These cracks are more than just automotive annoyances. They destroy the structural integrity of our infrastructure. Lack of tensile strength in concrete makes it very prone to cracking. So it might end up looking like this cracker here. Luckily, scientists and the Romans have discovered a way to make concrete self-healing. Yep, you heard right, the Romans. Their structures and roads are still standing today, which perplexed scientists for years. But in 2014, they discovered the secret ingredient that made their concrete so strong. The answer? Quicklime. The Romans placed large chunks of quicklime throughout their mix. When cracks form in the cement and water flows in, the quicklime reacts and the lime clasts dissolve into the cracks, recalcifying the concrete, thus filling the cracks. This is just one of the forms of self-healing concretes. There are multiple types that are currently being researched and explored, and they all work in a similar way. The crack forms, water enters and starts a reaction with something within the concrete, forming a calcium carbonate that fills the crack. Encapsulation uses a different set of chemicals and even bacterial spores that can reseal cracks. Bacteria itself can also self-heal, specifically forms of Bacillus and Sporosarcina. Other mixes of minerals and polymers have also been proven to self-heal. As these self-healing properties are further studied and explored, they may soon transform the world we live in today. The US spent $44.8 billion on infrastructure in 2023. With a future in self-healing concrete that can last more than 50 years longer than regular concrete, the cost of infrastructure will drop significantly. The world is a wide and wonderful place full of scientific marvels. And it just so happens that even boring old concrete has its own secrets.